Hello, everyone. Brady, Charlie here.
Hello.
We're going to talk some Big Brother. We're finally to the point in the season. Now, double eviction tonight. Double evictions are always cool, regardless of if it goes chalk, as they say, or not. We're finally down to the final six. And, Charlie, we officially have the best alliance in Big Brother history, yes or no?
Easily.
And then we have someone that made it to the final six without casting a single vote to evict. Has that ever been done?
No chance. I don't even know if anyone's ever voted before.
No, man, he said evict tonight.
He did say evict tonight, but
He said I sadly to evict.
legendary. I mean, I would like to see the stats. I don't even think the Cookout had power majority of the weeks. I mean, this is the way they did it.
Yeah.
I think Hannah screwed up her journey management a little at the end. We can talk about that, but
Yeah, I think
But yeah.
Xavier might have screwed himself over a little bit at the end too, which we'll talk about. So let's talk about the eviction. This week was pretty chalk. First and foremost, got to apologize to all of you guys for not going live last week. To be honest, forgot it was Thursday. I knew how the vote was going to go, and UCF football was on, and I was too excited. And I think Charlie was the same vote. Did you go back and watch last Thursday's episode, Charlie? Was there anything notable?
I didn't. But from what I was reading, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, Tiffany winning, I guess technically the first back-to-back HOHs is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But there's kind of that asterisk there. So, what up, Jacob?
Yeah. Hello.
He did look pissed.
So we'll circle back to that one in a second.
We'll dive into
Let's just
that.
do a quick overview of what happened. So Claire was voted out, and this was the first time that we've seen someone just be told, "Hey, list like early on, hey, you're gonna be voted out," and "Hey, I'm gonna put you up. Hey, you're gonna get voted out." How do you feel about the fact that the news was broken to Claire that since she was not a person of color, that she was going to get booted out of the house, basically? Are you okay with that?
I think she took it great. Yeah.
Agreed. I think Claire took it well in her eviction speech.
Yeah.
She, because Julie asked her in the house, you were fighting through tears, but you said, "I understand the decision. Do you still understand it?" And Claire said, "Yes." She's like, "It sucks for me to be here, but people of color every single year get voted out over and over and over again, and we don't get to see people of color succeed in the Big Brother game because they're usually outnumbered by so much." So it is nice to see that, and they've dominated this game. The Cookout have dominated this game, and now the game's going to get interesting, maybe, which we'll talk about.
Yeah,
in a second.
they are single-handedly the greatest alliance to ever do it. They took the brigade strategy, except all six of them, more members than four, all six of them made the final six.
Yep. So then we ended up having who won HOH in the turnaround
With Hannah.
on the double eviction.
It was Hannah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Hannah wins HOH, puts up Xavier and Alyssa. Obviously, we know Alyssa's going on the block. It was smart though. I mean, we'll talk about how great of a game Xavier is playing. But so Xavier ended up winning the veto because Xavier had already fed info to Alyssa that he felt like he was the next one to go. That Xavier's been feeding it to Alyssa. "Oh, you and me, like, we are definitely the next two that are going to go." And so Xavier basically wanted to be up on the block next to Alyssa because that's the best scenario for him. All he has to do then is win the veto. He knows that Alyssa knows that he's going to take himself off regardless. And so Xavier doesn't have to be exposed when he doesn't use the veto. When he does use a veto on himself. So Xavier wins the veto very easily, may I say. No one else was even close. He dominated that puzzle and takes himself off. And what was it? Kyland got put up in his place. Yep. Now, Charlie, when Xavier won this veto comp, you instantly texted me and said, "Just write Xavier the check now." Do you still feel that way?
Absolutely. Xavier's going to win this game. He's going to win this game. The only chance I think he doesn't is if Kylan wins HOH this week and takes him out.
Yeah. I could see that.
Xavier is because think of who Ozza hasn't, like Ozza, Derek F, Tiffany,
Ozza,
Hannah
Derek
can't play
F.
HOH.
Tiffany has a case
Yeah, but
for winning
it's
the game, and so does Kylan, and so does Xavier. Those are the three that have a case to win the game. So 3 of the 6 could win the game.
that's why
But
Hannah needed
Xavier,
this HOH.
yeah, agreed. So anyway, it was a vote of 3-1, and Xavier voted to evict Kylan. Now, do you think that that's going to come back to bite him? Because everyone's going to know that it was Xavier. And even though they knew Xavier was close to Alyssa, do you think that that's something they're going to hold against him? Because at that point, all he's doing is casting a vote to keep her so that he gets her vote in jury at the end of the game.
No,
do you think that's going to come back to haunt him?
No, because they've been so tight, and they've all done that with their own outside member that they brought into the alliance.
That's fair.
Every single one of them brought in an outside member, and they all voted for him. That's why the alliances remain hidden. I mean, they were even kind of clowning Alyssa a little bit this episode, saying, you know, hey, if Claire's gone, it's all minorities left, and they're like, no way. Alyssa has no idea. No one has any idea. Derek X had a whiff of it and was gone like that.
And so let's talk about that. Alyssa had no idea, right?
Yep.
They know no one's coming back into the game at this point. It's not like Alyssa has any sort of chance of coming back into the game. Everyone knows that with COVID stuff going on, no one's going to re-enter into the game this season. 7 people left. The 6th is solidified. They know that Alyssa's going to get voted out. Why not, in those few minutes during commercial or whatever, tell Alyssa about the alliance? Why not?
They made the agreement not to tell anyone. I think that's the same reason Claire wasn't informed by Tiffany, which unfortunately fortunately for Tiffany, Claire is so understanding and so cool that she's not going to snitch her out. But Kylan did kind of tell Sarah Beth in his eviction message. So I'm sure the jury knows. They've pieced it together. Yeah, Kylan. Watch Kylan win, dude.
That'd be interesting.
Speaking of our Xavier comments, Jacob said, if you watch the Derek and Cody podcast, Xavier's been on top of their power ranking the last 5 weeks. That checks out. We've quite literally been saying since Frenchie went batshit that Xavier is almost in the perfect spot. That was the time when he had the complete other side of the house on his alliance as well.
Well, and so what we're most likely going to see now is, we're going to really see the game ramp up now, right? Next week is another double eviction, right?
Yes.
So what we're going to see, and that's unheard of, which is awesome. So next
week is the 16th. Double eviction. I believe the season ends the 23rd. Yeah, so it checks out.
We're probably going to see the classic. So if someone's going to take a shot, it's going to be in the first half. It's going to be the long, drawn-out, strategic take someone out, because I don't think that Kylan or X is going to go quickly. I don't think people are going to try to take that shot during a double evic and risk either of them winning the power of veto and then coming back to kick them out final 4.
Yeah.
So
and the only way they're evicting each other is if they take each other out, and I just don't see it. I think Xavier wants Tiffany. I think he wants Tiffany out.
You know what we might see? Maybe this is the week that everyone throws the HOH to Derek F.
Wouldn't that be something?
Listen, wouldn't that be like the ultimate bro thing, basically?
He'd probably put up Tiffany and Kylan.
Yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to touch on the Hannah jury management.
Yeah.
She I believe made a final 2 with Alyssa this week. Why would you do that? She knows she's going out next. It made absolutely no sense. Now she just burned Alyssa. Hannah's been sitting in a really good spot, but now she burned Alyssa. And what are the chances Alyssa goes and kind of,
she's going to say.
I'm trying to think of the right term. And then poisons the jury a little bit.
Yeah. Unless Alyssa seems to think that Xavier was voted her out, and that it was actually Hannah, but that's a tough.
No, Hannah put her on the block, and they made that final 2 this week.
You're right. Sorry,
I believe it was this week. I need a fact check, but I believe it was this week. And I remember seeing people talking about that, and they were like, "Why would she do that?"
I feel
Jacob said, in case she wouldn't put her up, but it's not. If you know that person's going out, You just gotta. That was just a bad game move.
Yeah, and I think it's an act of desperation. We were talking about, I mean, if you're putting yourself in the shoes of Hannah, of Derek F, of Azza, if you're one of those guys, you have to do something big, and you have to play big the entire rest of the game in order to have a punching chance at the very end, right? Because these other people have such a big lead, especially, like I said, I mean, Xavier, Kyland, and Tiffany are just so clearly ahead as far as gameplay throughout the entire season, because Tiffany started really strong. People forget how good of a game Tiffany was playing early on. But then Xavier just really turned it up in comps and building the alliance to where it was. So,
Xavier's so good in the jury right now.
Yeah, if Tiffany wins this HOH, you think she takes a shot at Xavier? Maybe. It all depends on. Kylan and Xavier are going to have to go at each other, and it's probably this week. So if one of them, let's hope that neither of those two guys wins HOH. That way, we can really see some lines get drawn in the sand. If you had to guess right now with the Cookout, do you think it's going to be an even split? See, I tend to think.
I think it's 5-on-1 right now against Kyland, and then it'll be 4-on-1 against Tiffany, and then 3-on-1 against Derek F. Or, you see how this is going to trend? If Kylan doesn't win, I totally see him being the easy target.
Wouldn't it be so interesting, though, if all of them played this loyalty, nice, clean game the whole season and just start backstabbing the ever-living crap out of each other? Yeah, that would be very interesting at the very end.
I'm trying to think of how the sides would form. You'd definitely have Derek and Azza, and then Hannah and Tiffany. And then where would Xavier and Kylan go?
I do agree that Tiffany is a pretty good game player. So Tiffany would probably side with Kyland. So you could see it end up being
a good 3v3, like Jacob points out here. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And
all right,
so
I got an over under for you.
All right.
Over under 87.5%. Kyland or Xavier win HOH this week.
What was the HOH comp last week?
I believe it's going to be endurance today. And it is Kyland, Xavier, Azza, Derek F, and Tiffany. So it's 2v3, really, right?
And Hannah can't win.
Yep, Hannah can't win.
And Hannah would be pretty good at endurance comps, right? Theoretically, she'd do all right.
Yeah. I think Hannah needed this win. I think it's very unfortunate it was for Alyssa and that she just made that deal and she probably just burned a jury vote. This is, I think, one of the first mistakes I've seen Hannah make.
I'm going with my gut. I think that they all throw it to Big D. Because why not? Why not passing through?
Probably going to be slip and slide. Imagine. Yeah, if it's slip and slide. Xavier, if Xavier doesn't win HOH this week and still stays, dude, forget about it. It's over. He's not going home.
Xavier knows that he just needs to play hard for another.
He can win out. I really think he could win out. Tonight was the proof of that.
Yeah.
Tonight was actually the first time his ass was legitimately on the line. Because if Alyssa wins, someone from the Cookout's going home. This was the first time in the entire game that someone's ass was actually on the line. That's just how dominant the alliance has been.
I know, and Alyssa looked so lost in that comp.
It was like Caitlyn from BB20.
No, it wasn't that bad. Come on,
she had like one piece. There was still a piece at spawn.
She wasn't freaking out though.
But I was like, oh, it's over. And Xavier
had the piece was at spawn. What are we playing a video game, dude? At spawn. These pieces don't spawn. They were put there.
It was still at the fucking spawn.
They don't appear. Oh, cussing, bro. Hey, this is a family show.
This shows if you're 13, never mind. Funny story. John Gampier had a great line about when YouTube was doing that kids thing. Is your show made for kids? He's like, if you're a kid and you're 13 watching this show, fuck you, kid. Go to bed. So I always thought of that because
I remember that clip.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's where we're at. No, but it was a predictable double eviction, but
it was. And next week, it's all Cookout members got to get voted out from here. And let's just
I'm legitimately, I have no idea what's going to happen tonight now. This is the first time I've felt like this.
Okay, what's better for us as the viewers? Is it better for Kyland or Xavier to go home and watch the other one get gifted a victory and have boring TV for the next however long? Or would you rather another couple boring weeks and then the final three?
I think tonight, as much as I don't really care for him, I would like to see Kylan win because I think it's 5v1 right now and he just doesn't realize it.
Yeah. Kylan 5v1 and then people just convince him to send Tiffany home or Azza.
Yeah,
send Azza home.
Maybe he put up Derek F. and Azza.
Probably would. Who do you guys think wins BB Comics? BB Comics is way more endurance than what people think it is.
Xavier's winning every single power of veto from here on out.
I think that's an Xavier.
just start.
Don't even entertain anyone.
If it's the classic one, yes, Xavier's going to win. If it's some new version,
there's a lot of movement and a lot of just.
Because even going back to the very first puzzles, he was dominating them.
Has he told people he's a lawyer yet?
No, but they're like, what kind of bartender goes to bed at 10 p.m.? They figured that out.
Anyway, at least it should be interesting from here on out. So I appreciate you guys sticking out. We got Jacob in chat, always sticking it out. I appreciate you, Jacob.
Blackhawks.
I'll call you Jacob. Charlie, Are you able to mod him, bro? Are you logged in? Can we mod him?
I'm looking at StreamYard right now, so I don't think so.
So am I. Okay. Jacob, if I ever get on YouTube, you're getting the mod. All right, buddy? Tune into the streams. I've been streaming more regularly. I don't know if, Charlie, you can put a little thingy up there, but twitch.tv/Visokii Gaming. And also, if you happen to live in the Central Florida area, quick plug, Dominic's Restaurant in Winter Springs, Florida. If you want to show up and buy a raffle ticket and pie me in the face, you can. In addition to, there's a couple mayors. Dude, Charlie, let me list off the people to you because it's hilarious. Because we got an extra couple minutes. You ready? These are all the people that are getting pied at this event on Sunday. There's me, middle school chorus teacher. Okay? Listen how out of place I am. After that, we have the real estate giant in the area who builds all the condos and apartment complexes, and he has a lot of political pull. Okay? That's the next guy. Then we have the mayor of Oviedo. We have a mayoral candidate for Oviedo, so the next mayor, almost guaranteed going to be the next mayor. Then we have 2 high school principals.
Oh, you got to have beef with high school principals.
And then Matt Morgan, former WWE superstar and commissioner of Longwood.
How does your life keep intertwining with Matt Morgan? It's so random.
We cross paths. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna end up on a wrestling podcast. I'm cutting a promo on Raj. It's happening.
Yes. Drunk Raj.
Do we get Drunk Brady and Drunk Raj?
That'd be ugly.
Can I be Matt Morgan's manager? Can we head back to Impact?
Tonight, the 7-foot beast.
I'd be a good heel manager.
Ask him his opinion on Marco's stunt when you see him. That always gets him going.
Oh, no. Should I tune in? Does he even do the podcast anymore? Now we're on a tangent about Matt Morgan.
I haven't seen him on there recently, no. He's probably busy.
Oh, anyway, the reason why you're pieing me in the face is because one of my coworkers, his son's been battling brain cancer for years, and he's a really great kid, and he's going through it. So we're just trying to help pay some medical expenses. We got a big event going on, so come on down.
Flick Brady off and hit him with a pie.
And if you feel compelled, if you're watching this and you want to donate any money or share this, post it out on Twitter or whatever, if you email Charlie, if you want to put this on the screen, this would be great. It's Team Robbie Poe, so Team ROBBIE Poe POE 2021, so 2021 at Gmail. If you email that email and ask how you can donate to Team Robbie, because he's been dealing with brain cancer stuff for a long time. So if you feel compelled or share it around, I would appreciate it. Sometimes you never know. You might share it on Twitter and be like, please, for a good cause, help someone in need. Then
yeah.
Anyway, we're about to hit our 20-minute mark for our cruising through the pod. Charlie, any last words for the people?
No, should be a good week if Kyland or someone wins HOH that is unsuspecting.
Go Big D.
Shout out Claire for being a good sport. That's what I'll say.
Good job, Claire.
She could have taken that 1,800 different ways, and I think she took it a great way. She was very understanding. She understands, with Davon, with her speech last year, and what happened in BB19 with Camp Comeback.
And let's be honest, Claire knows that with the way that the internet is, if Julie would have been like, "Do you understand it?" all Claire would have had to do is say, "No, I don't understand it," and everyone would have made her seem to be like Aaron in BB15.
No, they would have just explained it to her. That's how it is. She would have
explained it to her. Yeah, the second she shows up on Twitter, she'll get crucified. But anyway, no. Congrats to the Cookout.
Here we go, Jacob. The closing thoughts right here. Before you hop off, what are your Super Bowl picks since the season started today? Brady?
Listen, all off season, I liked the Bills, but now everyone likes the Bills, so I can't pick the Bills anymore.
Here we go.
Listen, man, it is what it is. I'm a Josh Allen guy. Charlie hated Josh Allen, bro. He had him as QB3.
Go.
Charlie was Josh Allen QB3. Let it be known. He was Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, and then
Rosen was 4. Hold on, you almost had it there.
But Darnold.
I was Darnold, Allen, Mayfield, Rosen, Jackson.
I thought you had. I thought maybe you had Mayfield.
Nope. I like Mayfield the most, but
that's okay. Josh Rosen was my 2. I had Josh Allen, Josh Rosen.
I'm going Packers, Colts.
Ew, dude, the Colts are gonna win like 5 games.
I believe in Carson Wentz beating the Chiefs. It's happening. Book it.
I'm going.
I don't think so, Jacob, because Green Bay Packers are winning the NFC. Actually, Jacob, I don't know if you can see it here.
God, man, hold on.
Look at it.
I know who I want
contemplating in thought right here. He wants to say the Bills, but he feels like he can't now.
No.
He's got to try and be edgelord.
Edgelord Boardman. Here we go. Oh, we're going Chargers.
You said the Colts are okay. Go ahead.
Cardinals.
See, Jacob, this is what you did to him. Someone write that down, and I'm never gonna. I'm literally making a banner of that.
What, bro? Okay, I think we're going Bucks Chiefs rematch. Going out on a limb here.
Oh, I messed it up. Cardinals versus who? Chargers.
The pod prediction. Ask me again in 10 minutes.
No, my actual one is Packers Bills.
I do really like the Bills this year, I gotta say. But
what was yours, Jacob?
Here's the thing. I really liked the Ravens too, but they've got like 6 torn ACLs.
Dude, you don't think Le'Veon Bell's taking over?
I mean, he is taking over.
RB1.
You know who might go to the Super Bowl for the AFC?
If you say the Titans, I'm going home.
That's it. It's the Titans. It's the Titans.
Can you name one defensive player on that team? No, he can't. Chiefs Bucks rematch. I like it, Jacob. See, that's a good pick.
See, rematch.
What? That's still as hard to predict.
Trevor Lawrence still hasn't lost a regular season game since sophomore year of high school. So,
did you know Jamar Chase only had 1 catch in the preseason?
We need to make a football pod. We need to do like a football middle of the day.
Chiefs, Bucks, Packers, Bills. Those are my top 4 for sure.
Yeah, I think Chiefs and Bills are just so much better than everyone. And then you've got a bunch of like the sneaky teams in the AFC. You've got your Patriots and your Chargers. The Raiders look really good on paper, but they're the Raiders, and so I can't take them serious. It's just like the Browns. On paper, the Browns look really good. I just can't trust them. It's just like Washington in the NFC. They theoretically should be good. They have a great roster. What?
Okay.
They have the best roster in the NFC.
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick's really good.
He is.
Yeah, that's a really good team.
Yeah, whatever, dude. He's better than Jordan Love. All right. Hey, if you're 13.
What was it?
13 watching this podcast.
Fuck you, kid. Go to bed.
See ya.
See ya.